All right, welcome everyone to class number 426. My name is Jamie Hunt and I am the Director of Programs here at Guide Dogs of America Tender Loving Canines. At this time, I would like to invite up the Girl Scouts to present the flag and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Audience, attention. Please stand. Color guard, attention. The flag will be coming down the center aisle and up into the stage. The flag will be posted on the left. Color guard, advance. Color guard, post the colors. Color guard, salute the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Color guard, dismiss. Please be seated.
All right, to start off, I would like everyone to please join me in a moment of silence to honor Sam Wallace. Sam was our maintenance guy here for almost a decade and sadly passed away this month. His smile, laughter, and positive attitude will be sorely missed. Thank you. So today we are celebrating 12 amazing new teams. We have 6 guide dog recipients, 2 veteran recipients, 2 autism recipients, and 2 facility recipients. So before we get on to meet these wonderful teams, I just have a few people that we would like to thank. First of all, if you are a breeder host, can you please stand up? These guys are keeping all of our breeders happy, healthy, walking them, feeding them tons of bags of food. So thank you guys for hosting our wonderful breeding colony. Next, we have volunteers all over this campus. I think we have over 500 volunteers. Nobody quote me on that. But they range from working up here in the VEC to admin and the kennels and the nursery. So if you are a campus volunteer, can you please stand up? I want to give a special shout out to Drew Ann, Jenny, and Karen for all of your help within the puppy department for the last year. We would not be able to do it without you. If you're here today, can the 3 of you please stand up? And then we have our staff. We have the most amazing staff here, and everyone's been jumping in and filling gaps because we've been trying to fill a couple of positions. So I want to thank everybody for putting everything together so we can have days like today. So if you're a staff member, please go ahead and stand up. And next we have our area leaders. If you are an area leader, please stand up. I've seen many of them in here today. These guys are volunteers that run each of the individual puppy raising groups. They're running monthly meetings, outings. They do so much for us and really help the puppy raisers to get the dogs to where we are today. So another big round of a hand for our puppy area leaders. And then, of course, we can't forget our puppy raisers. We're going to hear a lot from puppy raisers today. I always say that puppy raisers are really the foundation of this organization. We would not be here today without you. So let's have all of the puppy raisers in this auditorium please stand up and a big round of applause. We would like to welcome our newest breeders into our breeding colony. This is another huge success. So not only are they going to go on to help produce more puppies, that is going to make our program even better. So we'd like to welcome Vista, who was raised by Diana Janke. Zayla, who was raised by Tanya Fragameno. And Angie, who was raised by Kathy Mayberry. And speaking of breeders, we have a very special guest today. Okay, bye-bye. You know, we are always looking for puppy raisers, you guys. This little 5-week-old puppy. All right, done, sold. I'm just kidding. Again, like I said, we wouldn't be here without puppy raising. And so actually right after this graduation ceremony, we are going to be having a orientation on learning what it takes to become a puppy raiser. And you too could have this little cutie or one just like it in your home for 16 to 18 months that will hopefully help go on to participate maybe in a graduation like today. So if you want to learn more information, stay afterwards, and I'll be around to answer questions too. All right, now I forgot where I'm at because that was just too cute. All right, at this time, I would like to introduce our president, Russ Gitlin.
Before I forget, I got to make the first announcement. My little sister's in the back of the crowd, all the way from Boston. How about it, Sandy? Stand up. What a great class. 10 o'clock at night, I hear a bunch of commotion. I think we're getting robbed or something. I go out there, and the visually impaired group, who's over on this side mostly, they're out there partying like you wouldn't believe. I can't repeat what they told me they were laughing about, but believe me, they had quite a party going on. And it was every night. It wasn't just one night. It was every night. But no, both sides, the service dog and the visually impaired class, I got to tell you, we've had a lot of classes here. This is one of the best one. They got along great. It was one of the real first, I believe, combined classes that we really put on with this many folks since COVID. So how about a big round of applause for these guys? So thank you for joining us to celebrate the graduation class of 426. These past few weeks have been an incredible experience which centers around the changes in lives of our students. They came to GDA TLC from different backgrounds and different experiences, veterans who are battling mobility issues and PTSD, mothers wanting help with their autistic children, connect with the world, a child life specialist who wants to decrease anxiety in her patients, and a leader of a nonprofit that helps children in crisis. And our visually impaired students who want a companion that provides them confidence and independence. The minute they stepped foot on campus, the transformation began. Their healing started, and they were no longer alone in this battle. They shared their dream for a different world with one another. While the primary focus was on bonding with their dogs, behind the scene they were forging equal bonds with each other, friendships that will last a lifetime. But even bigger than joining Class 426, you're now part of the GDA TLC family, a passionate and sometimes crazy bunch connected by common creed of selflessness. So no, you're not alone any longer. Our 300-plus graduates, thousands of volunteers, and more supporters than we can count are there to help you and will always have your back. Just know that. I want to take a moment to recognize two of our graduating students, combat veterans who served our country. Kim is a retired lieutenant colonel and a wounded warrior who served in the Air Force for 21 years. I tell you how Kim got here. I was in Texas, and those of you who don't know me, I'm kind of a gym rat. I like to go to the gyms, and I know I don't look it, but I do. I go to the gyms. And I'm in Planet Fitness and in Texas, and this guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, you in that conference that I'm in?" I said, No, I'm not in a conference that you're in. I'm here for other reasons. So he starts telling me, who he is. He's also in the military. And so I tell him what I do, and he says, "Oh my God," he says, "that's wild." I says, "Why?" He says, "I have a wife that needs a dog." I said, "Well, you kind of ran into the right person." I says, "You should go back and tell her about our program," and I gave him all the information. God, I don't even think it was a week, and they got a hold of me, and a year later, Kim is here. Kim, why don't you join me up on stage, please? And this is Jackson, by the way. Yeah. The only problem you might see here, I traveled a lot with this dog, so I know this dog. This dog loves me. I kind of spoiled the heck out of him. His name is Jackson. He's a great. And the interesting thing is we went out to Minnesota for an event, and I called Kim and her husband. I said, "Why don't we get together? You see how this thing works. Come out. We'll get together." And believe it or not, it was Jackson that I had with me, and she fell in love with Jackson there, and for some crazy reason, she ended up with Jackson. How about that, guys, huh? Well, Kim, I get the honor of, on behalf of Guide Dogs of America, Tender Loving Canine, to present you with this flag for your service and for keeping us free. Heather is a retired lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army serving as an emergency medicine physician. During her career in the military, she deployed to Yemen in support of SOCOM during the global war on terrorism. She is our hero. How about a big round of applause for her? Kim. So, Kim, would you join me on stage? I'm sorry, Heather, I'm messing up again. Hey, listen, by the way, another one, this dog was raised in our office by Tracy. Where's Tracy at? How about a big round of applause for you? And so this dog knows us too, because this dog is Ernie's buddy, and they did a great job. This is going to be a great pair. Heather, I just want to tell you, it's been a pleasure getting to know you. I think that this dog's going to do wonderful things for you. On behalf of Guide Dogs of America, Tender Loving Canine, we're going to present you also with the flag. How about a big round of applause, huh? I know you're going to do great things. I know the dog's going to do great for you. Thank you. We also have students here are the heart of why GDA was started more than 75 years ago. George, Richard, Gilberto, Denise, Tony, and Vivian, they will leave the campus with their dogs, newfound friendships, and step back into their lives with a renewed sense of confidence and independence. Big round of applause for all our folks here getting guide dogs. When I started a while back, eight years now, I got the pleasure of meeting one of our board members, Richard, who's here getting a guide dog right now, and he's been nothing but supportive. He's one of your board members. He comes to our board meetings all the time. He also helps out with the children in LA. How about Rich, stand up, give him a big round of applause. Then we have Laura and Rosie, who will return home and give their children a companion, a friend, and a bridge to a world that they have been isolated from. With their new friend, they will step into a new life, one full of hope, opportunity, and inclusion. Megan and Kim will take their facility dogs, Paxton and Valoo, back home and begin to help women and children at their greatest time of need. And together, they will make profound differences meeting the needs of patients and their families. Let that diversity sink in. Think of the ripple effect that we did here in just a few weeks. How many lives will be changed? How many will be saved? I recognize it's people in this room on live stream and so many more who make the success possible. I want you to be proud of what you accomplished, our donors, our puppy raisers, our volunteers, our staffs, our fundraisers, our breeder keepers, just the whole village. Big round of applause for you guys, and it's going to come from me. So together we accepted this mission as our challenge, not because it's easy, and because there's a sea of people out there who need our help. Our need is off the charts now. We have backlogged, unbelievable backlog of folks that need these beautiful animals. So anything you can do to help, we appreciate it. Our success in recent years has made it abundantly clear that the sky is the limit at GDA TLC, and with the team we have here, there is nothing we can't accomplish together. Thank you. It is always my pleasure to acknowledge and thank the kind of sponsors who show up for us time and time again. Today we have 2 team sponsors that we would like to award. Team sponsors are our highest level of sponsorship and cover all the expenses for both pup and student until the dog graduates. Today we would like to thank Miss Jane Huey for her sponsorship of Heather and her service dog, Kernel. Jane is a long-time and very generous supporter of our school, and we wish she could be here with us today so we could thank her in person. Hopefully she's watching this ceremony on Facebook. Thank you, Jane, and thank you for your continued support. We couldn't do it without you. Our second team sponsorship is from our friend Sandy Bennett in Kentucky. Sandy is a longtime friend, has supported us in countless ways throughout the years. Today, she generously sponsored the team of Kim and service dog Jackson. Sandy, you are a treasure, and we couldn't do it without you. I know she's watching on Facebook, so let's give her a big round of applause. I want to go off script a little bit. I just want to tell you guys, if you look around, there's 3-4 cameras in here now, and they do like this, and there's like a command center. I think Zach's running NASA from the back there. If you get a chance, take a look. That was from the generosity of the Granger family, EBS, and so on and so forth. So how about a big round of applause for Weldon, what he's done. I saw my friend in the crowd. She's right there, actually. Next, we'd like to thank Sepulveda Building Materials for multiple sponsorships this time around. Janie and Sepulveda put on an amazing golf tournament each year, and she personally matches whatever the tournament raises. First, we'd like to thank them for guide dog sponsor, guide dog Espy. This is a generous sponsorship that covers all the expenses incurred in raising and training dogs from birth through graduation. Espy was raised by Carrie Muir, and I know Janie Connors, the head of Sepulveda, is proud that Espy is a recipient of this honor. And we also want to thank Janie for her 2 puppy sponsorships for guide dog Grizzly and service dog Paxton. Janie, come on up. Getting a bunch of awards today. You're like, yeah, Jesus.
It's like Christmas.
That's like Christmas.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is for Paxton. This is a nice picture of Paxton. And for... And then for Grizzly, he's a beautiful dog, huh?
I know.
Oh, my God.
I know. It's gorgeous.
God, Grizzly. I mean, talk about somebody that gives back. It's unbelievable here. Let's see. And then we got... It's like Christmas for me here. I don't even know what we got here. Oh, this is my guy Richard.
It's like Christmas.
This is my guy Richard here with Espy. So this is Richard and Espy for her mantelpiece. You want to say something? Go ahead.
I do.
Go ahead.
I do. I just want to say something. See what I'm doing, right? I just wanted to congratulate Gwen and Bob, Michelle, Mike, and Charlotte, who were the puppy raisers for our sponsored pup. We are extremely proud of you and what you have done. Thank you for coming to our golf tournament and sharing our pups, your pups, and passion for what you do. It truly is what continues to grow our support every year through our employees, customers, and vendors. Thank you also for sharing all your updates throughout Paxton and Grizzly's journey from pickup day to today. They are a snapshot of all the work you do, and we post them on our website for everybody to read. Where's Charlotte? Is Charlotte here today? Oh, there she is. I also want to just thank you personally, right? Okay, for all you did in helping raise Paxton. That you were a very big part in being the success.
We also want to thank our friends Bob and Bertie Feldman for their student scholarship for guide dog recipient Gilberto. The Feldmans are loyal donors and have been supporting us for a number of years. They unfortunately were not able to be here with us today, but will be watching on Facebook, and they send their congratulations to Beto as well as his new partner Bruno. So a shout out to Bob and Bertie with a big thank you for the generous student sponsorship. We couldn't do without you. We also want to thank the great folks of the Nicely Family Foundations for the puppy sponsorship of Hendrix. The foundation has supported us. The foundation has supported us yearly for numerous sponsorships, and we'd like to thank Jill Feldhausen, the head of the foundation, for their continued support. How about? It sounds like they're in the house, so. We also like to thank the Carlson Muir Family Foundation for their puppy sponsorship of Valoo. The foundation has close ties to our school, and their yearly support in the form of puppy sponsorships is greatly appreciated. Rick and Carrie Muir are longtime puppy supporters, and as I mentioned earlier, Carrie Muir is here today for her graduating dog, Espy. The entire family sends its congratulations to Valoo and his new partner. Carrie, Rick, are you here? Where are we? Where? There we go. And we can never forget our class donors. They also sponsored a puppy, but the pup ended up being career changed. Today we'd like to thank again Sepulveda Building Materials, Art Hershey and Sharon Linkletter, Sandy Bennett, Keith Senzel, Pennsylvania State Council Machinist, Eldon Sextro, Susan Hoffman, Dan and Rosalind Hudak, and the Team Unity for all of their puppy sponsorships. How about a big round of applause? Finally, we would like to thank the following for their harness sponsorship. Frederick Wonderly family, who sponsored the harness for Sparty, Bingo, Paxton, and Grizzly. There you go. And the Brennan and Schneider family for the harness sponsor, Barlow. So I know that gets a little long-winded once in a while, but truthfully, if people do what they do, I think it's important that we recognize them. So thank you for bearing with me on that. Eagle Scouts. Next, I want to express our appreciation for Evan Weiss, who is here with us today. For Evan's Eagle Scout project, he built the Zen Garden for our graduates to enjoy. As part of the project, Evan handcrafted a beautiful wooden arbor. I encourage you all to check it out. It's behind the dorms after graduation. Evan, can you join me on stage, please? Evan, on behalf of Guide Dogs of America Tender Loving Canine, we're going to issue the certificate to you for your Eagle Scout project. You did a great job. I went over and sat in it. It held me up, so it's working.
Good.
I really appreciate everything, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, here you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Zach put in here Bob and Pam English off the cuff. I'm not quite sure what that means, but it's pretty easy for me. I work a lot. I'm like 24/7. My wife will tell you 11 o'clock at night I'm still on that dumb computer. But usually I can come here and who's here? Bob and Pam English, of all people. They're here working constantly. And then the next morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, you know, I'm here, and who do I see? I said something to Bob the other day. I said, geez, didn't I just see you like at 9, 10 o'clock last night? Where's Bob? Bob, is that true? That's true. I saw him at 10 o'clock, at 7 o'clock in the morning. There he is. I said, what do you do? Do you live here? So anyhow, I just want to just talk about Bob and Pam. They do so much for us. They're like on puppy number 38 or something like that. And it isn't just puppies, though. It's just constant. It's like the video stuff and sweeping the floors and whatever the heck's going on. They're just so involved with us. And their family, by the way, also is involved with us. I think what Zach wanted me to just say is, from everybody in this room, I want to thank you. I want to thank Pam. Where's Pam at? Pam, where are you? Where is she? Where is she? She's hiding. She's hiding. Listen, and down with the puppies, and I just couldn't tell you how much time they must put into this place. Plus, I know they go to church a lot and they volunteer there a lot. How about you stand up? We owe you a great round of applause. I think that's what you meant, Zach, unless I messed up and missed something. Okay. Okay, then last is the events. We quickly want to share with you our event calendar for the year. You can find these listed on our website. And if you haven't gotten the Super Bowl Puppy Square yet, they're selling fast. Don't miss your chance to win one of the many great prizes we have going. February 11th is the Super Puppy Bowl. May 4th is graduation. June 8th is open house. June 20th is a blood drive here. June 29th is service dog graduation. July 11th through the 14th is the Corpius Canine. If you haven't joined that, that's a motorcycle ride that's going out of, I think, San Francisco this year. August 24th is a graduation. September 21st is Dinner in the Dark. It got picked up by a great group. October 26th is graduation. Of course, Vegas week is 14th through the 16th. And Giving Tuesday is December 3rd. And listen, last but not least, I think that's all I got for you guys, so they probably want me to get off stage. Oh, NCL. Can't forget this, guys. And as always, we want to give a special thanks to our National Charity League of San Fernando Valley chapter. NCL's dedicated members are here at every graduation, providing and serving refreshments, assisting family members and guests, and generously helping out whenever they can. Thank you to my NCL group out there. You guys are great. So there's one, I just want to make one little announcement. There's one guy walking around this campus now. You'll see him here at 7 o'clock in the morning. I told him you're not going to see me at 7 o'clock in the morning, but you see him at 7 o'clock in the morning. He's my assistant. Tony Blevins couldn't be here today. He's out on assignment. He's at a hockey tournament that they're doing for Guide Dogs America out in Minnesota, and he had some training to do down in D.C. But I just want to give a shout out to my friend. He's done a wonderful job. He's been on now about 3 months. And he's just hit the ground running. If you get a chance to say hi to Tony, he's my assistant. He's a terrific guy, and his wife Teresa is actually here today. My friend Teresa is here today, but you'll see them on campus quite a bit. They're doing wonderful things right along with. They fit right into the family. So how about a big round of applause for Tony? All right. All right, listen, let's get on to the important part. This great graduating group, I know they're anxious to get this over with and get home. They miss their families. So listen, I just from my heart congratulate you guys. I appreciate you welcoming me into your families this week. All right, thank you. Hey, listen, you got to applause real loud for this lady. Nicole's my manager of the service dog program. She's got a hard job. She goes and she trains in and out of the prisons, and she's flying all over the place, and she's doing a great job. This has been a terrific class. She told me she's very nervous, so make a lot of noise for her, all right?
All right, so I'm gonna break it now.
All right, as Russ said, my name is Nicole Maples. I'm the manager of the Service Dog Program. I want to start off by thanking my team, Cheryl, Hannah, Jessica, my co-trainer for this class, Sonia. Thank you guys. You were all a crucial role in making this class happen, so thank you. To Class 426 Service Dog graduates, congratulations. Y'all did it. We made it. Our service dog graduates have worked really hard these past 10 days to learn all the cues that their dogs know, learn how to utilize and implement them, all the behaviors, how to navigate public and do life now with a service dog by their side. It's a lot of work, but they've all trusted the process, stayed committed, and are ready to put everything they've learned into action. I'm extremely excited for all your futures, and I look forward to following your journeys and watching you guys conquer all your goals. So, congratulations to them. All right, we're gonna watch a brief little slideshow of the service dog teams from during class. I'm gonna invite Sonia up and she's gonna describe the slideshow as it goes on. There you go.
I'm gonna take it. Hi everybody, and I'm gonna go sit there so I can watch them and describe them for you. All right, and we're gonna start. The first slide was a group picture of the service dog recipient and instructor. And then first slide for our recipient, Heather, and her beautiful Kernel. Kernel is a black male Labrador Golden Cross. Heather is smiling at the camera and Kernel is staring at it, wondering why people make funny noises when they take picture. And second slide, we have Heather hugging Kernel on the left. And then we have Heather walking in sync with Kernel and also our instructor. And they are by the lake of Lake Balboa. Second recipient, that's Kim and Jackson. Jackson is also a male black Labrador Golden Cross. And he is waving at Kim, and her expression is priceless. She's quite surprised. Hello, buddy. And second slide, we have two slides. The first on the left, I have Kim and Jackson walking in sync. Please pay attention to her with other recipient along. And we are like Balboa. And then we have another picture where Kim and Jackson are walking together, and he's clearly doing a leave it on the geese poop. And that's a sweet Kim and Valoo. Valoo is a black yellow Labrador, and he is performing a lap cue while Kim is sitting on the ground. And to slide, the one on the left, I guess the wave was the cue of this class. And so they are both waving at each other on campus. And then the other slide show Kim and Valoo going along on the Lake Balboa. And here we have Laura and our Barlow. Barlow is a yellow male Labrador, and he is performing a cue hug, and they are at the park. And we are at Lake Balboa Park, and Barlow is doing a wave cue to Laura. And then on the right slide, we have Laura and Barlow on Lake Balboa, and he's looking how many birds are on that lake. And I told you, wave is our big cue of the week. So we have Megan and Paxton. Paxton is a yellow golden retriever, and they are waving at each other. And there it is. On the left of the slide, we have Megan holding Paxton's face, and I know she's telling him how beautiful he is. On the right slide, we have Megan and Paxton walking in sync at Lake Balboa. And there we are. We have Rosie and Kuma. Kuma is a black Labrador female cross, and they're both sitting on campus. Rosie's holding Kuma, while Kuma's ears are flopping with the wind. And that's our outing picture of Lake Balboa, and Rosie and Kuma are walking in sync with other recipients along. And the last picture of Rosie and Kuma, Rosie is kissing Kuma while she is performing a focus cue on her shoulder. Thank you.
All right, now to the stars of the show. I'm gonna start by introducing Heather. I'm gonna invite her back up on stage again. Heather and her veteran mobility service dog, Kernel. Heather's a retired lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army, serving as an emergency medicine physician during her career in the military. She deployed to Yemen in support of SOCOM during the global war on terrorism. She is now enjoying retirement and being a mom to 3 elementary school children. She's excited to get her mobility dog as her husband is deploying to Iraq 3 weeks after returning home. Welcome, Heather.
I hate speeches, so I did not write one down because even if I try to read it, I'll turn into a blubbering mess. So I'm just gonna say thank you. I appreciate everything, especially this dog. Tracy, thank you for raising him. And especially thank you to Heath, who did an amazing job training him. He's gonna go to a great home. I'm gonna take really good care of him, and he's gonna help me every day. And I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Kernel was raised by Tracy of the Ventura Group, so we're gonna invite her up.
Gosh, I thought I could get through this, but Heather, congratulations, Class 426. It's my honor to be able to represent Guide Dogs of America and Tender Loving Canines today, celebrating Kernel's success. I was his puppy raiser, but there were many pieces to the puzzle to get him to graduation today. Honorable mentions go to the individuals that support our program, the staff and volunteers that keep the wheels turning around here, and to Mr. Sosa at the R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility, who taught Kernel the skills necessary to do his work for Heather. Kernel was the third puppy I raised. He was an old soul from the start. He's intuitive, willing, and eager to make you happy. My heart's full because he was matched with you, Heather, and he's now going to his forever home where he can bring happiness to you and your family like he did for me. My father was a career Navy pilot throughout my childhood. I know firsthand the sacrifices our military makes and their families to serve our country. It's such a joy for me to be a part in the gift of Kernel to you, Heather, in return for your sacrifices, with the hope he will keep you safe and give you comfort by his presence as your service to our country did for us. Thank you.
Kernel was trained at the Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility in San Diego by trainer Heath Sosa. We have a video now from his trainer that we're gonna go ahead and watch.
My name's Heath Sosa. This is Kernel. God, the most thing I can remember about this dog is how much of a happy, loving dog that he is. You know, every time he comes back from an outing, he hops and wiggles and barks. Dog's got full of energy, very loving, very caring dog. And by far, I want to thank the puppy raiser, first of all, because you did an excellent job with him, because he is by far probably one of the best dogs I've trained. I've been in this program now for 7 years, and have been through a lot of dogs, and he's by far the first one I've had that who's done really well in this program. So I want to thank you, for sure. How has the dog affected me in a positive way? This program in a whole is everything to me. It has become a passion of mine. You know, at first I didn't want to be in this program because you gotta give the dog up, and I get really attached. So this program has gave me resilience to be able to keep on going on with the program and the training of the dogs, and also has taught me how to be a team player. I really was not much of a team player, leading on other people or being mentoring other guys here in this program. So this program has opened me up to be more open to criticism and to take feedback and to give back to not only our clients but also to other fellow inmates here in this program, to all the new guys coming up. So it's good to be a mentor to help them with all the knowledge and wisdom that I have gained over the years with the help of all the staff in this program. It has definitely opened me up to be a better person. So thank you all. What I hope for and wish for the new client is that that Kernel will give you as much as love and affection that he has given me, and also help you with whatever you're going throughout the day, because I know when I'm down and out, this dog definitely brings me up and wants me to just keep on going on with his training and be able to meet people and talk to people and share my knowledge about the program. So I hope he will do the same with you for sure. He's an awesome, loving dog. And I want to thank the TLCAD and the GDA staff for everything you guys done for us. All the staff members that come here and help us out, Ms. Chomas, Ms. Bohan, Ms. Herman, Ms. Maples, you guys are amazing. And without you guys, this program would not do that well. And everything about this program is awesome and great, and I love it. So thank you guys for allowing me to train your guys' dogs and to produce service dogs for our clients. Thanks again.
All right, next up, I'm going to invite Kim and her veteran mobility service dog, Jackson. Kim is a retired lieutenant colonel and wounded warrior who served in the Air Force for 21 years. During her service, Kim completed 2 combat tours in Iraq and two year-long deployments as a commander of the Force Support Squadrons in United Arab Emirates and Qatar. Kim was honorably retired in 2018 after being diagnosed with spinal cancer, likely caused by the burn pit fumes in Iraq. The surgery and subsequent radiation to treat her tumor left Kim with no feeling from her mid-chest down and nerve deficiency, making it hard to walk and balance, which in turn made outings to busy places difficult. With the help of her mobility service dog, she's excited to lead a more active life. Welcome, Kim.
All right, I don't like speeches either, but I did write something down. I see the theme. It's a lot of thank yous, so please bear with me. I just want to start with Russ and his amazing wife, Diane. Did he disappear already? There he is in the back. I've seen a lot of good and bad leaders in my 21 years in the Air Force, and all I can say is the Air Force could have used a leader like you. We're what we like to, yeah. You're what we like to call general material. I know you would have gone very far in the military. What you have built here is simply amazing. Your phenomenal leadership is evident in every single interaction I've had with every single teammate here. That is a true testament to your heart and soul just radiating throughout this organization. You are amazing. Thank you. For every team member here and volunteer, I've had the privilege of meeting Hannah, Cheryl, Zach, Abby, Jamie, Terry. I know there's hundreds more, all of you that I did not get to meet. I am thankful for every last one of you. Your dedication to this mission, it makes me feel like family, and that's just irreplaceable. So thank you so much. To Miss Sandy Bennett, who's watching remotely, thank you for fully sponsoring Jackson and me as a team. I'm completely blown away by your generosity, and I can't wait to bring Jackson to Paducah to meet you. She doesn't live that far from me, so I can travel to see her. To Jackson's trainers in prison, Dante and Robert, I recorded a message earlier to them, which is good because I was a babbling mess, but I wanted to publicly thank them as well. To our trainers, Sonia and Nicole. I know Nicole's right there. I don't know where Sonia, there's Sonia over there. Thank you for being patient both with the dogs and us. So I will do my best every day to make you both very proud. Thank you. To my fellow classmates, thank you for being real, allowing me to share and grow, to being an amazing support system. I look forward to a lifetime friendship with you all. All right, it's gonna get hard now. Because of this community, I no longer have to ask for help. He's right here, so thank you. Because of you all, I can walk with my head held high now, both figuratively and literally. Because of my disability, I spent a lot of time looking down to make sure I didn't trip or fall or stumble. And now the only time I have to look down is to look into this beautiful dog's eyes to tell him good boy. And I am forever, forever grateful for all of that. I missed the puppy trainer, sorry, you were in here, and also I got to thank them beforehand too, so thank you so much for raising such a fine young gentleman. I will take very, very, very good care of him, and I will stay in touch. So thank you so much to everybody, I appreciate you all.
Jackson was raised by Denise, Marie, and Brian of the Inland Empire Group. I'm going to invite them up. Let's welcome them.
Is there Kleenex up here? Good morning, everyone. Such a pleasure to be here today, to be able to meet Kim and to watch Jackson on his big day. As I'm speaking on behalf of my family, we know that we can't take full credit for Jackson's success. Jackson was initially raised by Dennis Wynn and his family, his girls. Dennis, will you please stand to be recognized? Thank you, Dennis, for doing all the hard work in the beginning, because I know you had him for about a year. So thank you for that, for just giving Jackson that great foundation. And thanks for having me get up here and do the speech. When we got Jackson, he quickly fit into our family, as we also have girls who would dote on him constantly. I believe since he was raised with families of girls, it only seems fitting, Kim, that he chose you. He's accustomed to being the center of attention, never gets tired of all the love, hugs, and kisses. As you may already know, he will never turn down a chance to cuddle. I have to say that I think his favorite outdoor activities were playing fetch with his squeaky bone and going on our daily 5-mile walks with me or my husband, and then coming home and taking a really long nap. But even after those walks, he was always up for the car ride and daily errands that needed to be taken care of. Some of his favorite places to go were Costco, doctor visits with me, hanging out from time to time with my husband at his work, watching our daughter Lindsay at her water polo and swim meets. He loved all that attention from the girls on the water polo team. He just loved it. The thing that I didn't mention to you, Kim, was that anytime my husband was eating an apple, he shared apple slices with Jackson. So be ready to share your apple, my friend, with Jackson. You know, this morning I was reflecting on all the memories we made with Jackson, and all I could do was smile. Actually, no, I cried. I cried a lot. But I know he's in a good place. As you can imagine, our families became quite attached to him. So turn-in day was not easy for us or for any puppy raiser. And people always say, oh, I could never do that. Or how can you raise a dog and give it up? Well, I have a good answer for that. One day I asked my daughter Hannah the same question, as she raised her first puppy at 17 years old. And she looked me in the eye and said, "Mom, it's not about us." I thought that was just simply the best answer. So Kim, today I say to you, on behalf of the Habegger and Wynn families, it's not about us. It's about you, my friend, and we wish you all the best with your new buddy, Jackson.
When Jackson came in for formal training, he started his training down at Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility by trainer Dante Henderson. He then decided to transfer to Mill Creek State Prison, where he was trained by trainer Robert Yim, and I believe we have a video from Mr. Yim.
My name is Robert, and this is Moises, and this is Jackson, who I had the privilege to train, and most important, to be his friend. Before I go on, I want to take a moment to thank GDA, TLC, Maples, Parisi, and all who had a hand in the program's success. Now, to Jackson. Although our time together has come to an end, his journey had just begun. Throughout my time with Jackson, I cared for him just as I would care for myself. I clipped his nails, brushed his teeth, washed him, and most important, gave him lots and lots of love. I took Jackson everywhere with me, from the gym to my college classes, and he was always well behaved. I will always remember his goofy personality and his ability to make friends everywhere we go. People always joke that he is part cow because he would stand there waiting for me like a cow on a hillside, never moving, wagging his tail. Jackson has continued to help me with being responsible and accountable. Along with him and this program, I gain a sense of purpose and meaning. I will always be grateful for that and will hold Jackson in my heart. What I hope for Jackson's new friends and family is that he brings laughter, love, friendship, and safety. Thank you. And now Moises has something to say.
Hi, as you mentioned, my name is Moises. Several months ago, I was asked to be a part of Jackson's training team. At the time I was being asked, I was actually considering leaving the program, but I made the decision to give it one last shot in finding my purpose in this program. Being Jackson's secondary has taught me to not only think about myself, and Jackie Boy has shown me patience and responsibility. He became a part of my daily life. I learned he is not just an animal, that he needed to be loved and cared for. But Robert reminded me that I needed to always train him because his next destination is to provide that love and care we showed him to his new best friend. I want to thank Robert bringing me into his team and Ms. Parisi for allowing it. And most of all, Jackson for giving me the purpose and helping me in deciding into staying in the program. Because today I know the need for service animals, and I want to continue to being a part of giving back to our community. Thank you.
All right, next I would like to invite Kim up with her facility dog, Valoo. Kim works for Wichita Children's Home, serving children and youth who have been abused, neglected, trafficked, or are homeless. More than 1,500 children and youth each year come through the doors in need of a safe place. Welcome, Kim.
Thank you. We like the wave. Well, this has been a remarkable experience, and I didn't have any idea what I'd really fully signed up for when I was coming to campus. And so if you haven't had the privilege to be here, you've heard them say what a remarkable team it is, and it's really, truly phenomenal. And the folks that I've had the opportunity to live alongside these last 10 days, what a unique experience. One moment. Valoo. So we learned to pause and say, hey, I need your attention. Valoo. Valoo. Valoo likes to work, and when he gets bored, he's like, give me something to do. But simple things like a poop bag is a must-have of an accessory when you get dressed every morning, and socks in the bottom of your shoes are where you put drool when it's going to come. But things like, here's real feelings I'd forgotten I had, have come out with this group, and they've been so supportive. And it's like spa/boot camp somehow, kind of all blended together. And then we meet these remarkable friends. And I'm so glad Valoo likes to work, because he's going to go back and make this tremendous impact for kids that maybe touch hasn't been a positive thing in their life, or they need somebody to come give them a hug and know that they're going to be safe when that happens. And he is such a lover and wants to work. And I know that that's because of this amazing team, and Hannah and Cheryl, you guys helped me know, okay, we can do this, when we were talking online. And then, my goodness, our trainers, Nicole and Sonia, they are just the most amazing humans you can't imagine, and the fun, and they didn't care if it was midnight or whatever. And then we got Jess as like the bonus off-book trainer that would like, well, this might not be official, but I found, and she's fabulous. So you're getting this sense, but this organization is truly changing lives. And the Children's Home was founded in 1888 when a neighbor helped another neighbor. And I feel like we've got a whole bunch of new neighbors that are coming together to help the kids in Kansas. And so thank you to the trainers, to the amazing guys in the prison. There were 2 of them that helped Valoo become the remarkable dog that he is. So thank you all very much.
Valoo was raised by the Adams family of the San Diego group, so let's invite them up.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm here with my wife, Leslie, and one of our kiddos, Joanna. Our family, the Adams family, has been, we've raised 7 puppies. We have our 7th puppy at home right now. Valoo is our 5th puppy. Valoo as a puppy. Valoo is a big boy, as you saw, but he doesn't know that. He's really good at squirreling himself into really tight spots. He would always sit at our seat when we're in the car, so he'd always ride there at the floor. He sat with us at church. He would easily, actually one time we went to a baseball game. It was an approved event, and Valoo was able to get himself right down there in the stadium seating. So big boy, but he gets himself in there really nice. His favorite spot inside the house was, we had open stairs, and he would lay on the stairs. Head to butt was the whole step, and his head would be over the opening, and his paws would be down on the next step. So he's a great boy. Kim, bless you. I know Valoo is going to do a great job with you. Wichita is going to be blessed. Thank you.
Valoo was trained at the R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility by trainer Justin Hernandez and John Agosta. And we have a video from them that we're going to show in a moment.
My name is John Agosta, and I'm the primary for Valoo. I've been in the Pooch program at Donovan since 2016. And this would be 3-peat for me. Valoo, good boy. Come. And 3-peat for me with this Valoo. I'm very proud of him. And I've obviously had many dogs and trained through here at Donovan. Many have gone to facility, Wounded Warriors, and Autistic Place. This specific dog, Valoo, he was almost released, and now he's being placed, so this is awesome. Valoo has been the biggest challenge so far through all my time training dogs in the program here. Retraining of Valoo of all his curriculum. That's approximately over 50 behaviors. Valoo has shown me the accountability, patience, and consistency can produce an elite dog. Valoo has overcome many obstacles to become a service dog. Today, with great joy, I can say that Valoo has met all the criteria for graduation. Valoo joins the Service Dog Elite Club. Three-peat, once again, has become a reality. Short, I'd like to make a shout out to Emperor Nero and the Great Bosun, and now the Elite Valoo. All great dogs doing good things, or he will be doing good things too. Special thanks to Miss Maples, Miss Simpsons, and Miss Herman for all their professional training, advice, feedback, and making class interesting. Valoo has affected me in a positive way by providing me unconditional love that has managed my PTSD and depressions at sometimes, which also helps me. He's helped me many days interact with others and be able to speak today with you. I hope for the client that Valoo brings joy and happiness into your life, and Valoo's training transfers over and the bonding with you forever. Valoo is a very pleasing dog, a champion at snuggle behavior. Valoo has Valoo will be remembered mostly for being a goofy dog with great training provided by me. Valoo has learned the way of service. This took a lot of work and dedication. Valoo will provide great opportunities for the new client. The dog with so much love to give. Have a happy life together, Valoo and the new client. I look forward to my next challenge.
All right. Next team I want to invite up is Laura and her autism service dog, Barlow. Laura is the mother of 3 beautiful children, Bryn, Brooklyn, and Christian. Her 9-year-old daughter, Bryn, and her 8-year-old daughter, Brooklyn, are both on the autism spectrum. She is committed to giving her daughters the help and support they need to thrive in their daily lives. A typical day presents many challenges in her family, and she's seeking support from an autism service dog to mitigate unwanted behaviors, create calm after emotional meltdowns, relieve symptoms of stress and anxiety, and to help socialize with peers. Let's welcome Laura and Barlow.
Bear with me. Good morning, everyone. It is an honor and privilege to be on this stage today. I have a lot of thank yous to go through. First, I want to thank Barlow's puppy raisers, Mike and Adair. As a past GDA puppy raiser myself, 15 years ago, I know the commitment and dedication it takes to help these dogs become successful service dogs. You did a phenomenal job with Barlow, and my family will be forever grateful. Two, I want to thank Robert, Barlow's trainer. In getting to know Barlow this week and watching him successfully perform over 50 different cues is a testament to the gifted trainer that you are. My daughters are really going to benefit from the love and commitment you poured into this phenomenal dog. Sonia and Nicole and Jess, thank you for being our incredible teachers. Thanks to you, I feel prepared to take Barlow home to calm the chaos. To Russ, Cheryl, Hannah, and all the GDA TLC staff, thank you for providing this opportunity to help change the lives of my daughters. This has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life, and I can't wait to see the impact that it has on our family. Yvette, I know you're not here, but thank you for answering my email and encouraging me to apply for this. Kaylee, the mom from Minnesota. Being an autism mom can be a really lonely place.
As Rosie and I both know, Kaylee, you have been a huge support system through all of this. I'm so grateful that Cheryl had given me your phone number. You've made this process a little less lonely, so I appreciate you, Kaylee. Thank you to all my fellow graduates. I wouldn't have made it through this week without you. You all feel like family now, and I can't wait to share all the success stories as we go home. Last but not least, I need to thank my village at home. My husband, thank you for going along with this crazy idea. To my mom, my mother-in-law, my sister, everyone at home watching, thank you for helping, taking care of the kids so I could do this. Girls, Bryn and Brooklyn, I love you. Barlow is your new superhero now. He's gonna help you do hard things. Brooklyn, Bryn, what do we say? Barlow will always love you. What, Brooklyn? He will always love you no matter what, right? All right, thank you all.
Barlow was raised by Michael and Adair of the Ventura Group, so let's invite them up now.
All right. I blame Kernel for the tears in the room. He started it all, but I'm trying not to join the group. My name is Michael Safdie. My wife Adair here and I raised Barlow 50-50 as a wonderful experience. He was our first dog, and we've since gone on to have another, but Barlow, didn't take us long to figure out that Barlow is very special and a very social dog. It was very rewarding to receive that dog, but from the beginning we knew that he wasn't ours to keep. When he was handed to us, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, handed to us through a car window, everybody with the KN95 masks on. It was pretty surreal, but it was a special moment too. Let me get my phone activated again here. As we're going through the pre-K classes, it was a lot of fun to get to know Bosun and Bernard, you know, Barlow's siblings. I know he had other siblings too, but those are the ones of the Ventura group, and do the different training with them, do the different outings with them, and to see them go on to do their own thing with one service dog and one guide dog, as well as what Barlow did. One of the many memories we have, kind of a silly one, but it's always etched in my mind. After Barlow come home, after getting fixed, he always, take a step back, he always, when he got the zoomies, he always thought it was really fun to go run between my legs. And so I'd spread him out and let him go run between them. So he comes back with the cone after getting fixed. You see him coming full speed with that cone flopping around. And I think my training kicked in then, where I was able to stop him before he could find out how much clearance he really had on the thing. As I mentioned, it's bittersweet, and you can all attest to this, but the reason it's more sweet than bitter, and very sweet, is that we really believe in the mission here. We love what these dogs are able to do for people, and just hope that they fill all your needs as they're trained to do, and it just means a lot to all of us. We truly appreciate that the dogs, again, were not meant for us, but there's a higher calling for them, and it was just our job to move them along, and we're so grateful for the Mule Creek trainer, and just love the fact that he's going to a family with Laura and her daughters who, well, Laura, first of all, who knows what it takes and can relate to what we all went through as raisers, but just are looking forward to hopefully getting updates as things go on there. Thanks to Diana and Debbie for all the patience with our inexperience and the guidance. Right behind Diana, Debbie and Larry Cross were our mentors and took us under their wings, and very special people. And puppy sitters for Barlow along the way, and thank you all. I know that Laura's family is going to really appreciate it, but I just hope that you come to love and appreciate him the way that we do. Thank you all.
Barlow was trained up at Mule Creek State Prison by trainer Robert Mansfield. We're going to watch a video from him now.
I received Barlow in 2023. I will remember how every time he saw me, how he could not stop wagging his tail. When he would do a belly up, he loves making funny faces. Mostly what I will remember is how much love he showed me when he would snuggle up next to me. He is a very smart dog and made training very easy with him. Barlow has forever changed my life. He has taught me how to be patient. He has taught me it's not about me, but about him and the person that receives Barlow. He has taught me kindness, compassion, and what it feels to be loved. He showed me what my purpose in life is in the future, and has taught me to set myself to the side and to think about other people. I can go on and on what positive influence Barlow has been to me. The main thing I developed was an attitude of appreciation working with my buddy. What I hope for the person who receives Barlow is that they get to experience the love he has to offer, and that he may help you with your difficult situations. Barlow will forever change your life. He is very loyal, compassionate, caring, and kind. When life gets difficult, he can make it better. And my hope is you and your family get to experience that. He will hug you when you cry or when you're sad, and he will make you laugh. He's a very funny dog. Thank you.
All right, next team I want to invite up is Megan and her facility dog, Paxton. Megan has been a certified child life specialist for 6 years. In her new role as a facility dog handler, she will work alongside her facility dog at Huntsville Hospital for women and children in their pediatric radiology and surgery areas, at their outpatient pediatric therapy clinic, and on their antepartum unit where pregnant women are on bed rest. In their work together, she and Paxton will help decrease anxiety and meet specific medical and treatment goals. She's so excited to start working with her new facility dog in meeting the needs of their patients and families. Welcome, Megan.
Hello, everyone. I wrote some notes down, so just bear with me. So my name is Megan. Like Nicole mentioned, I am a child life specialist and full-time facility dog handler. What an honor it is to stand in front of all of you guys right now. I am so excited to serve the Huntsville community with this sweet boy by my side as we serve alongside the healthcare workers, helping women and children in such a scary environment as the hospital can bring a lot of stressors. I first want to thank GDA and TLC, staff, donors, just everyone that volunteers, that are running this amazing organization. It's such an honor to be here and to go through the past 10 days with my classmates and the trainers. I want to thank my amazing trainers, Nicole, Sonia, and Jess for all their hard work. I would not have made it this week without you guys, and y'all are so talented at what you do. So thanks for making this such an memorable experience for me and everyone else here. Hang on. Thank you to the puppy raisers, the Hogan family, to my incarcerated trainer who trained Paxton. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your energy. It's been such a blessing getting to talk to the Hogan family today. And just, it's crazy how we have so much in common. So thank you. I promise to make you proud and just love on this boy forever. Lastly, I want to give a shout out, excuse me, to my coworkers and my coordinator, Stephanie, for their encouragement, cheering me on, and just for Stephanie's leadership in growing the facility dog program. Thank you all for coming today and for just pouring into this program.
Paxton was raised by the Hogan family of the Long Beach group, so let's go ahead and welcome them up.
Hi, my name is Michelle Hogan. First, I want to thank, first off, Nancy for convincing my husband finally to let me do this, because I've been wanting to do it for years and he kept telling me, no, I couldn't do it, I'm not going to do it. And then she finally helped me convince him, so thank you. And then obviously to my husband and my daughter, because they had to go along this journey with us, and turn-in day was hard for all three of us. There was lots of tears. I also want to thank Sepulveda Building Materials for sponsoring Paxton, and everybody here at GDA and all of the trainers, and dealing with all of my emails and my text messages to Nancy asking for help. You guys are just great. Everyone as a puppy raiser knows the most common either comment or question you get is, how can you do this? Or I could never give the dog up. And I always said to the people when they would ask me, I go, you know, if he makes it through, he was meant for something greater than just being a puppy or being a house pet. And not saying that I'm downplaying that at all, because those are great dogs too. But he was meant for something greater. And throughout the whole journey of having Paxton, even though I would say that, I find myself asking myself that, like, how am I going to give this dog up? He was with me through one of the most hardest things of my life when my mom passed away. My mom was in hospice, and he was there with my sister and I all the time. Every time I went, he was there. You know, it was the one thing that my mom would look forward to when she was at a nursing home. I would go in there, and all the people there would start to wheel themselves to the door because they thought that I was there just to bring him around for everybody. And I would, even though I wasn't, I would stop and I would bring him in. And they were just so happy just to see him. And then when she went into hospice, he was there with us when my sister and I stayed all night with her when she passed. He cuddled with my sister on the floor when we were taking turns watching her. He just made it so much easier. And so when I found out where he was going, that's when I knew that, yes, he was meant for something greater, and it was meant to be. And so Paxton was a little light for us during a really dark period, and so I know he's going to be the light for you guys as well. So thank you, and take good care of him.
Paxton was trained at Mule Creek State Prison by Damon Pashilk, and so we have a video from him.
Hello, my name is Damon Pashilk, and this here is Paxton. Paxton is his official name, but throughout his training, he has acquired a few nicknames. My favorite one that will forever bring warmth to my heart with his memories is Fancy Pants. He got this name pretty early on in our relationship because of how he trots or prances like a horse or a show pony. So proud and majestic. It really fits his personality too. Paxton is such a proud and loving dog. He's extremely loving and loyal. He has taught me patience and helped me to always have a good, positive attitude. Paxton has helped me to broaden my skills as a trainer by thinking outside the box, coming up with ways to keep his attention and his energy, and to create all our training sessions as fun and exciting endeavors. Challenging at times, but so rewarding to see his progress and development into the dog that he is today. Paxton is a very sensitive dog. He loves without any conditions and absolutely loves to please. To the client who receives Paxton, you've just won the lottery. Seriously, he truly will deepen your understanding of love. He has mine. I'd like to take these final moments to thank all the wonderful people who have made the way for Paxton to become who he is. First, I'd like to thank Miss Parisi, my instructor, who is a wonderful woman who is so passionate about these dogs and dedicated to help them in becoming the service dogs that they become. Miss Maples and the entire TLCAD Guide Dog organization. The puppy raisers and the donors who without them none of this would be possible. My final thank you goes to all my fellow incarcerated trainers. This is why we do this. It's why we do what we do. Even though it is sad in saying goodbye, it also feels so good to know that I played a huge role in helping Paxton to become the service dog that will change somebody's life forever for the better.
Next team I want to invite up is Rosie and her autism service dog, Kuma. Rosie is the mom of an autistic 11-year-old named Clay. Clay was diagnosed at 3 years old. Clay's the youngest of 5 children and is looking forward to their autism dog.
Good girl. Hi, everybody. They tell me I only have 2 minutes, and I'm a professional comedian, and I haven't worked in many years, so I hope none of you have dinner plans. I want to thank the puppy trainer, Megan, and her husband and her aunt, who were so wonderful today. Kuma went crazy. It was the first time I got really scared, think I don't know how to control this thing. Oh, okay, but I calmed myself down. I've had a wonderful, wonderful week. Everything about this experience and this place has been magical. I went to visit somebody in a prison and I ran into Russ and I didn't even know that guide dogs were possible for autistic children. My kiddo is very, very verbal, very, very smart, and by far the greatest love of my life. And there's something about those that are a little bit more vulnerable that cracks your heart right in half. So, I'm the mother of 4 amazing 20-year-olds, and then at 50, I got a phone call, it said, do you want to adopt this baby? And I thought, well, either a baby, an infant, or a facelift. So I went for the infant, and it's been working out pretty good so far. But we had the best teachers, Nicole and Sonia. I love you both. You make me laugh every day. You're funnier than me, which I found annoying some days. And they asked us to do an exit interview, which I'm a little nervous about because it's after this event. We have to tell the truth of how everything was great there. I don't really have any complaints, but I had a hard time sleeping here, and I was worried about the sheets and the pillows and everything and the noise, and it wasn't really the sheets and the pillows. It was those freaking blind people. They kept me up every night. And, you know, they casually do you want to play Uno? I'm like, oh, you're playing Uno? I could hardly hear it. But they brought such joy to me, all of them, maybe, except for George. And no. George of the Jungle is my favorite now because he was telling me that he lived right close to me in New York. And I said, great, you know, and he goes, yeah, there's an animal hospital on 61st Street. And I said, with the blue and white sign. He's blind, he doesn't see the sign. But he cracked up and I was like, woo! I felt like the biggest loser at the place. But I want to thank my kids who have always been teasing me for the last 3 months of talking about this was really going to happen, saying I couldn't do it because I was a bad dog owner. And you know what? I think that this dog cracked me in half in some way, and these women who I was with, I haven't really, you know, autism is hard, and to have another autism mom there, and to realize for 10 years I haven't really been living fully because we've been isolated, and that's about to change. So for everyone here, you know, you have my eternal gratitude and thankfulness for this, and I will do whatever I can with the little fame I have left to help support this organization and raise a lot of money and get some puppy raisers in here for everybody too. So that's the best. And thank you, Ross. And I just want to say to my LA friends who are all watching, who are all crazy dog lovers, who encouraged me to come and do this. I love you, Sissy. I love you, Linda. And I love you, Lynn. Thank you so much. And Blakey, look at buddy, I did it. Okay, thank you.
Kuma was raised by Megan of the Pasadena group, so let's welcome her up now.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm Kuma's puppy raiser. Kuma was my first puppy I raised with GDA. Kuma's a special dog. She's so smart. She loves to learn and work, and she's really good at it. She's a sweetheart, and when I would sit on the ground, she'd come and give me the best hugs. Her favorite game is keep away, but thankfully with her own toys. But I definitely got my fair share of exercise running after her to help wear her out of the puppy energy. She was a really easy puppy to train, and I now realize how much she spoiled me as a first-time puppy raiser. But as hard as it was to give her up, I knew she had a higher purpose. I truly believe she's living her best life as a working service dog. A lot of people have helped me, but I only have time to name a few. I want to thank Sheila, my area leader, for welcoming me into the group, providing me support along the way, puppy sitting, finding last-minute puppy sitters, becoming a friend, and so much more. I want to thank the Pasadena area group for providing a community. And lastly, I want to thank Kuma's handler at TLC. He wrote the best, most thoughtful, and detailed letters that always brought a smile to my face and reassured me that Kuma was in good hands. And he obviously did an amazing job training her. So now, I wish you luck with Kuma. I really hope she can provide support to help out your kid. Thank you.
Kuma was trained up at Mule Creek State Prison by trainer Carlos Aguirre. He was unable to do his video, but wrote a letter. So we're going to invite Sonia up so she can read the letter written by his trainer.
I'm going to try to give this letter justice. Kuma. Kuma learned many things that had to be reinforced to ensure fluency so that she could be the best she could be for their two-legged. Kuma exemplified work ethic, and as valuable as her training and development as a service dog is, what Kuma taught me is invaluable because she reinforced in me just how fun and rewarding training service dogs can be. This lesson is invaluable because it reinforced in me selflessness and a strong desire to make volunteer work my medicine. Medicine that helps me and medicine that helps others. I was reminding of this every night I went to sleep because I could not wait until morning to resume our teamwork and see what else we could accomplish. I'd like to think that after 7 years as a service dog trainer, I am proficient in that regard. But in fairness, I'm duty-bound to give credit where credit is due. Kuma really made my job easy, a job facilitated by her puppy raiser. Kuma Puppy Raiser did an amazing job, resulting in a puppy soundly raised and prepared to undergo formal service dog training, having set a solid foundation upon which to build. Kuma put her heart into learning, never giving less than 100%. It was immensely enjoyable watching her think and troubleshoot, and she provided me with countless moments of pride and elation as each of us worked together as one team, each giving equal parts. To Kuma Puppy Raiser, whether you were a novice puppy raiser or an experienced one, be very proud of yourself. Your contribution not only impacted Kuma by facilitating a smoother, less stressful process for her, but in addition to her success, which will now positively and significantly impact her recipient life, your contribution further impacted mine. Thank you for being you and making a difference in my life. I strongly encourage you to continue doing this and good, meaningful work. I realize and acknowledge that although Kuma's puppy raiser and I work directly with her, there are many others who contributed, from paid staff to volunteers. I do appreciate each one of you. All of you volunteers are a special kind of human. You are my heroes. You inspire me. Paid staff, you are okay too. In all seriousness, whatever our motivation, whether paid or volunteer, incarcerated or otherwise, at the end of the day, we are all just human beings trying to make a difference in our lives by making a difference in someone else's lives. It is a beautiful thing how we all come together to help transform someone's life, and I'm profoundly humbled and proud to be part of this community of regular people helping regular people. Lastly, I'd like to share a short poem I composed. Roses are red, Kuma is black. Thank you, GDA and TLC. I promise I will be back. In what capacity, I do not know, but trust and believe I will for sure. Thank you, Shunka Washipi, which is the translation of Kuma in native Indian, for being such a hard worker and a sweetheart. I love you, girl.
Service dog graduates of class 426. You guys did it. It's been a long week. You guys have all put in the work. One more big round of applause for them. All right, I'd like to welcome Annalise up now so she can start introducing our guide dog recipients. Welcome, Annalise.
Hello. Okay, I'm going to do a quick audio description of a slideshow. The first picture we have up is of our graduating guide dog class, our 6 students with their dogs. Our first picture is of Denise and her dog Hendrix on their first walk with her instructor, Sydney. Next is Denise and Hendrix working in Burbank. Now we have Beto with his dog Bruno with Jamie on their first walk. And this is a picture of Beto and Bruno working in Burbank with myself. Now is Tony and her little speedster Bingo on their first walk with myself. And Tony and Bingo working in Burbank. Now we have George and his dog Grizzly with instructor Sydney on their first walk. And George and Grizzly working through Burbank. Now we have Vivian and her dog Sparty on their first walk with instructors, Jamie and myself. And Vivian and Sparty working through Burbank. Now we have Big Man Rich and his dog Espy on their first walk. And Rich and Espy working upstairs in Burbank. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Annalise Mendoza, and I'm one of the instructors alongside Sydney, our lead instructor. I also had the pleasure of working with Jamie Hunt in this class. I just want to thank both Jamie and Sydney for helping this class run so smoothly. I'm excited to say that this was my first class as an instructor, and I'm so grateful for the experience. Before I introduce the students, there are a few more people I'd like to thank. Thank you to everyone at the management company Ashkenazi Development, including Patty, for letting us use your conference area as a place for our students to rest between routes. Thank you to Chef Louie, Steve, Mike from Provider Contract Food Service for keeping the students and instructors well fed throughout class. We never left hungry after one of Chef Louie's meals. Thank you to Terry, Lisa, Jacob, Angel, and Aaron from Crystal Clean for keeping the dorms clean and running smoothly throughout class. Thank you to Jerry Thomas, Deb Madden, Alicia Finesse, Sherry Lawrence, Lori Anderson, Nancy Hawthorne, Allison Blonder for being our dorm volunteers and allowing us instructors to have a day off. Also, thank you in advance to Bog Stegman, Deb Madden, Shannon Curtis, and Patrick for taking the students to the airport after graduation. I also want to give a big thank you to our entire staff and training department volunteers, shout out to Trayson, for taking care of our dogs while we were in class. I'm happy to be here introducing class 426. This group of students comes to GDA from all over the US, from California to New York. Their ages range from 30 to 76 years young. 5 students come as experienced guide dog users, while 1 student is receiving their first guide. These students have put in a lot of hard work and long hours over the last 21 days, all while laughing a lot together and giving the instructors a lot of comedic relief. These graduating teams were tasked with learning the basics of guide work, learning how to manage their dogs, and learning new routes, all in preparation for them to return home to officially start their journey. I am proud to say they have met the challenge and excelled beautifully. Now let's meet the teams. First we have Denise. She is 30 years old and lives in Moreno Valley. She's attending Cal State San Bernardino. Her goal is to be a teacher for the blind and visually impaired. Denise enjoys music and singing and is receiving her second guide dog, both being from GDA. She is matched with yellow male Labrador Hendrix, raised by Michael Madrigal.
everyone. Thank you. I want to say thank you to everyone for coming, but especially I would like to thank my trainer, Sydney. You always knew how to make me smile and start my day off right. Sorry. I would also like to thank my family, including Michelle George, for supporting me and being one of my biggest fans. I also want to thank Guide Dogs of America because they gave me the best birthday present to begin my 3rd decade of life. Thank you, Lord, also. And yes, and thank you to all the friendships that I have made. I could go through and thank everyone individually, but unfortunately we don't have all the time. But you know who you are, and I love you all. So be blessed always, and good luck on your journeys. Thank you.
Representing the puppy raiser of Hendrix is Michael.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm Michael. You know, a common thing you hear from anyone at GDA is that it takes a village, and I just want to thank my village, to all the GDA staff, trainers, you know, all you volunteers, to my family in the Orange County group. I honestly couldn't have done any of this without you guys. Hendrix was my 3rd dog I've raised, still on my 4th, but we got turn-in next week, so I'll be back. He was a great dog, always loved to work. You know, as soon as you grabbed that leash, he was ready to go to the door. I took him to college, and that's only fitting because I found out on Monday when I came to visit that a nickname in the dorms was the frat bro. Because, yeah, he liked to work, but he also liked to play. And I think it's only fitting that he goes with Denise, because she's going to be taking him to college, and hopefully he leads you to those fun parties. Yeah. But, you know, it's always bittersweet giving them up. But as soon as I saw them on Monday and again today, I knew that was a perfect match, and they're going to do some great things together.
George. George is 76 years young and comes from New York City. George is retired, but was a co-artistic director and leading actor with the Theater by the Blind in New York. One fun fact about George is he worked with Woody Allen and Greta Gerwig. He is receiving his 5th guide dog and 1st from GDA. George was matched with yellow male Labrador Retriever, Grizzly, raised by Bob and Gwen Whitston.
Sit. Well, here I am, George of the jungle. You know, I suggested that I could be Curious George or Gorgeous George, but it somehow didn't take. Anyway, I want to thank the Academy. No, I'm kidding. I just always wanted to say that. Guide Dogs of America. Hold on, sit. Guide Dogs of America, thank you for accepting me as a student and matching me up with wonderful Grizzly. Gwen and Bob, thank you from the bottom of my heart for raising him, and thank you guys in general for providing this service that is so deeply appreciated by those of us who use it. And every time we pick up the handle, we think of you and are grateful. Jamie Hunt and Greg Steinmetz, thank you for being so welcoming and for helping me through the application process. And most of all, I want to thank Sydney the trainer I worked with, who had to deal with me on a daily basis. And I swear to God, she corrected me more than I ever had to correct Grizzly. To my fellow graduates, you guys are the best. You made it, you became a family here for me, and I wish you many, many happy, happy trails. Thank you.
Representing the puppy raiser for Grizzly is Bob.
Good morning. I'm Bob Whitson. My wife Gwen and I were really happy to be Grizzly's puppy raisers. Grizzly was our surprise puppy. We had raised 3 GDA puppies, but we were between puppies, and we thought we might have to wait a month or so to get a new puppy. When Grizzly suddenly became available, as I recall, we called GDA on a Friday and said, we're ready for a new puppy. We got a call Monday and said, we've got a puppy. Are you ready? And we said, yes, of course. Grizzly's one of the most affectionate dogs we've had. At one event in Pasadena, GDA had a booth where people could spin a wheel to get a prize. And the most popular prize was a puppy kiss. And Grizzly did a great job as the official designated kissing puppy. Grizzly's always been up for new adventures, and he loved traveling with us to our family cabin in Idaho. He also became a music aficionado when he attended classical concerts at the Hollywood Bowl and jazz concerts in Fullerton. About a month before Grizzly went in for his formal training, we brought home Hawkeye, our 5th GDA puppy, and Grizzly was a perfect big brother. Throughout our time with Grizzly, we were lucky to enjoy the sponsorship of the Sepulveda Building Materials Charity Golf Tournament, and we're really grateful for their support. We're really excited to see how our California boy Grizzly is going to adapt to life in New York City. And we know that he and George will write new chapters in Grizzly's amazing story. Thank you.
Gilberto, or Beto, is 72 years young and comes from El Paso, Texas. Beto has a loving life partner, Patricia, and 3 sons. Beto is a retired architect and specialized in classical 5th century Byzantine churches. Beto is receiving his first guide dog. He is matched with male yellow lab and golden retriever cross, Bruno, raised by Deborah Wilson and Mary Hall.
Well, you never know really how to start these kinds of speeches and things, but I have to say that a little more than 6.5 years ago, I started this slide into complete darkness. And what can you say? There was a lot of whys and not much courage to tap into. I was very blessed, though, to have sisters Armida and Loretta and beautiful sons, Lorenz, Julian, and Beto, as support and undying love in that transition of something that is so hard. The encouragement and support that I've had from Patricia provided the direction to make and to go forward with the process of looking for a dog and finding this path. I remember in some of the walks, I reflected at one point that Annalise, in many instructions, she would say sometimes, and so many different tools and instructions that she would say, and I remember she would say, right, follow the line of your dog, follow your dog, go forward. Inflection is very important. You have to remember that. At least I get a hop up right now. But later I reflected on those words and so many different instructions and so many different words. And I realized one thing, that it wasn't not only instruction that was being given to me, but yet I realized that, in fact, it was a metaphor for the walk that lies ahead for me. For us, for Bruno and myself. Annalise, Sydney, Jamie, thank you so much for all the hard work and patience, with all caps. Incredible patience you provided to myself and to the rest of these guys that are over there for all the hard work that came about to get to this point. So much and so many thank yous for the GDA staff and all the people that were involved, the people in the kitchen, people that were making the rooms up, just incredible facility that made it comfortable and made it real and made it easier to make this possible. Special thanks to Greg. He's my lighthouse. Greg was my support even before I knew that a dog was in my future. He was able to commiserate. He was sympathetic, and with where I came from and where I was going. So many thanks to Greg. Many thanks to the GDA staff, and so grateful to my puppy raisers and to the GDA TLC organization. So grateful to all of you. Thank you so much.
Representing puppy raiser for Bruno is Mary.
That's my boy. So we initially named him Bruno after Bruno Mars, and kind of at the same time, the movie Encanto came out, and they had the song about Bruno, and so every time we took Bruno somewhere, we'd see children, and they'd say, "What's his name?" And I'd say, "It's Bruno," and they'd look at me, and I'd say, "But we don't talk about Bruno." And they'd say, "No, no, no." And they'd start singing the song. It was really great. It was really great. So when I first started this, my hair was brown, by the way. So a few years ago, my sister and I talked about getting a dog, maybe a puppy. We started seeing newspaper articles and news reports about GDA needing puppy raisers. In a very diabolical way, they also posted puppy pictures on Facebook. So we decided to take a chance. After all, it would only be temporary. I mean, you take the puppy, you do whatever, teach him to go get busy outside, and then, you give him back to GDA. It's not a lifetime commitment. We just wanted a puppy. What we got was a tiny guy named Bruno, the runt of the bee litter at that time. We became his personal chefs and chauffeurs. We took him to puppy kindergarten classes, to monthly meetings. We drove him to parks, grocery stores, the mall, museums. He toured Dodger Stadium, which was really fun. And he went to an LA Kings game representing GDA. Then he went off, is that him whining? He hears me. Then he went off to puppy college. This wonderful GDA program and the GDA trainers helped him become what he was meant to be, Beto's guide dog. It was an honor and a privilege to be Bruno's raisers. We want to thank everyone for everything, and everybody has already thanked everyone for everything. But I especially want to thank the Santa Clarita Valley group. You are all here. Yes, yes, yes. And the San Fernando Valley group, because we did some outings with them, and they were very helpful and nice. And our area leaders, Pam and Bob, without whom, ugh. And all the volunteers that work for GDA, people who are puppy huggers, and they get to hold the little babies, and oh my gosh, it's like, I know I'll forget someone, but please forgive me. We're gonna miss Bruno every day. We already have since turn in, but we know he's doing what he was born to do. It's Beto's turn to love him. And we've already seen this in their bond together the 2 times we've met with them. We laughed about it because Beto was asking us something about, well, what's a special thing about Bruno? And we said, well, when he's chewing on a bone, he likes it when we hold it for him, you know. And Beto says, oh yeah, we've already done that. He brought the bone to me and is like, here, hold this while I chew on it. So, you know, it stays the same. They will always be part of our family. I know everybody says this, but Bruno was the best dog ever. How about Bruno is the best Bruno ever? So safe travels to new Team Bruno. We just wanted a puppy, but we ended up with so much more, all of you. Thank you.
Richard is 61 years young and lives in Whittier, California with his wife Sylvia. He has 3 children and 7 grandchildren. He is a minister and works as an office manager at Lifeline Outreach. Richard is an 8th year and current member of GDA's board of directors. Richard is receiving his 4th guide dog, all from GDA TLC. Richard was matched with male golden retriever Espy, raised by Carrie Muir.
Wait a second. Oh. Sharing is caring. Like everybody else, I like to give speeches. Like Rosie? Yeah, you know what? They shouldn't have given a preacher a microphone. Because we don't know how to shut up. But it's okay. I borrowed a minute from all the other students, so we're good. Okay. First of all, I want to thank God for this journey, for this challenge, We're all successful because we're all here. Thank you all for being here. The ushers will be passing the basket around right now. I take credit card. And I want to appreciate GDA, TLC for the facility, for these great dogs, for Espy when I'm tired. That's what Sydney says. She knows when I'm tired because I say Espy. But I want to thank God for everything that the facilities here, for the professionalism here. They're very professional. I feel really blessed. Thank God for the trainers. I know that the trainers are looking at me around. Hurry up, Richard. Hurry up, Richard. Okay. I want to thank God for the trainers here. For the trainers here, for Annalise, muchas gracias. Sydney, does that make sense? She always said that. I told her I was always going to remind me of her. But you know what? She did make sense, a lot of sense. I thank her for her patience, because you need a lot of patience with me. They tried to put a collar on me, but. And for Jamie, she's very intelligent, very smart, and professional. I know this because she told me every day. Boy. And I want to thank my fellow dog handlers. Pop goes the weasel. And I want to thank God for all my fellow dog handlers. They're very good people. I love them, and I appreciate them for being here. Everybody always, they always mention my humor. That's the way I get along. I'm sorry. That's what I got to do. I don't cry. I don't get mad. I don't get angry. I'm not the Hulk. Amen. You won't like me when I'm angry, but I laugh, and I like to make people laugh. I like a good atmosphere around me. Denise and Hendrix. There's always going to be certain things I'm going to remember about them. Hendrix, Jimmy, rocking and rolling and whatnot. And then you got Vivian and Sparty, Smarty, Starty. Don't worry, you'll get the name soon. Amen. And George and Grizzly. George, take another zip and bust the chancla, man. And Beto and Bruno. ¿Qué pasa, Holmes? And Tony. Tony and Bingo. All right, Russ heard us all the time, every night. But it helped us get along. We've been through a lot. We made it. We're victorious. Amen. I thank God for that. I thank God for Guide Dog GDA, TLC, number 1, second to none. Mr. Gillian, Vet, all the board members, we'll see you on Tuesday. And like we always say in the relieving area, I said now. Say it one more time. There it is. Poop, there it is. God bless you all.
Representing the puppy raiser for Espy is Carrie.
I'm back. Thank you all for hanging around. I thought you'd leave after Rosie, honestly. Now I'm nervous because she stuck around. Espy is beautiful and handsome, as you can see. And I wanted a puppy and I wanted a golden retriever, but now I have to give him away. And it's okay, because like it was mentioned earlier, it's not about me, it's about a gift. And Espy is a gift, and I'm just honored to give him away for that reason. Espy was named after the Espy Awards, just so you know. Not Esperanza. Is that short for Esperanza? No, it's Espy for the Espy Awards. So that's where his name came from. And his nickname was Espialidocious. I thought it was dang clever, honestly. Some words about Espy, and they're in no particular order, is he's smart, he's eager, he's enthusiastic. He's loving and sweet, silly and goofy, curious and courageous. He makes friends with everyone. If you need one, he'll be yours forever. He's gentle with everything and everyone, his toys, the kittens we had at home. He's just so much fun. He loves to cuddle. He takes walks. He loves to walk. He loves to play with the toy of his choice. He had many, but he didn't have a particular favorite. That's like Espy. He's just a friend to everything. He enjoyed every moment, but didn't get attached to anything. And if you know golden retrievers, that's rare. Golden retrievers really attach, but he's really a balanced golden boy. He spent a lot of time looking out of the window in our neighborhood with people walking their dogs, birds at the feeder, and the squirrels that we had. When it came to obedience training early on, I was worried. I'm not going to admit he's pretty stubborn. He had a real independent streak, which I want to encourage independence, but he can't be that independent because I am ultimately in charge, and he was a puppy. But he did line up with obedience, and he actually became one of the star students in all of his classes, and he was also best all around, friendliest, all those things. That was Espy. Kindest. The funny thing about Espy that Richard and I were talking about, there's a treadmill deal. Espy likes the treadmill, so I have a treadmill at home. He would walk on it. I'd have to put him away so he wouldn't get on it with me, and I did share that with Richard. He goes, I'm glad you said that because I do that every day. But he loves dish towels, and you could tell how excited Espy was by the amount of dish towels he had shoved in his mouth. So a one-day dish towel, there were 2 days, and then if you had 4, he was like really over the moon, vibrating, shaking. So yeah, he loves to sleep late, and that's all I'll say. I do want to thank my area leaders, Linda and Susan. You guys saved me through this raising. And my husband, Rick, who couldn't come today, he's with Zeus, our 4-month-old that we have, puppy in training. He'll hopefully be up here next time. And the hook's coming, I know it. My 2 minutes are up. And thank you, everybody at GDA. You're wonderful. I'm so proud to be part of this organization. Thank you.
Tony. Tony is 54 years young and lives in Simi Valley with her husband Tom and youngest son Zach, and retired guide Cece. She has 3 adult sons and works as a massage therapist. Tony is looking forward to her long, very fast walks with Bingo and being on hiking trails with her new girl. Tony is receiving her 4th guide dog and 3rd from GDA. Tony is matched with female yellow lab golden retriever cross Bingo, raised by Dale and Lori Robertson.
Okay, so we had the Reverend and we had the comedian. I don't know what that leaves me, but I'm the only one that was told to behave, so. I know Jamie's going to be nervous the whole time I'm up here. No, I'd like to thank everybody that had a hand in raising Bingo. I know it takes a village, but especially Dale and Lori. I don't know how you guys do it with putting all the love and time into the puppies and teaching them their manners and showing them the world. And then sending them off to college and hoping they do bigger and better things. And I promise you, she's going to do big things, and she's definitely going to make my life better. I miss our walks that I haven't had in about 9 months, the freedom it gives me. And I'm lucky to have my retired dog Cece still with me. And her puppy raisers, Dawn and Rita, are here, so I get to thank them again for their sacrifice in giving me Cece, and now Bingo will fill her shoes. And I would like to thank the trainers, their wealth of knowledge, and I'm going to hear their voices in my head for a long time with their instructions. I learned a lot from each and every one of them. And Jamie lives in my hometown, so I know I'll be walking down the street one day and I'm gonna hear from a passing car, "Follow your dog!" And they had a lot to put up with. I know they think we're blind, we don't know they're rolling their eyes and shaking their head, but we knew, but we joked that we were in prison. We had our 6 a.m. Wake-up calls and 10 o'clock lights out. They forget that it's always lights out for us, but if you were good, you had your visitors on the weekends. So we especially felt like we were in prison when we were relieving our dogs, and we were in the 6x6 area patio, talking to each other through the fence and wondering, like, can we sneak out? How high is the fence? Is there barbed wire? And then Rich would start with, "Somebody pass the wire. Tonight's the night. We're getting out of here." But I wasn't going to bring it up, but I don't know. Russ remembers what we were laughing at that one night. I wish I remembered what it was, because I was literally doubled over. I had tears in my eyes. I could not stand up straight. I was laughing so hard. And Sydney sees this and says, "The dogs are supposed to be getting busy. What's Tony doing getting busy?" And that made us laugh even louder. And that's what brought Russ and Diane down. We immediately shut up. "I'm so sorry, the head guy's here. We're in trouble." They just wanted to know what we were laughing at. So apparently we told them, but I don't know what it was. Bingo. Come here. Come here. Bingo. Let's see. Oh, I cannot forget to thank Terry. She served us our meals every day. She served us our meals every day. She cleaned our rooms every day, and always with a smile. Bingo. Come on. And Chef Louie, amazing chef. I gained 10 pounds. Now Bingo and I have to go walk it off, but I know she can do it because Dale told me he takes her for 5-mile walks every day, so. And that's about it. Thank you to everyone that had a part in it. And to my classmates, thank you for your humor and laughing at me every day. I mean, laughing, or making me laugh every day. Thank you.
Representing Puppy Raiser for Bingo is Dale.
Hello all. Just to give you a little background before I get into how I got into GDA, is I've always volunteered. I've always thought actions speak louder than words, and you help out wherever you can. So that being said, I've volunteered most of my life on different areas. So I've retired, and my wife's still at work, and she comes home one day and she says, "I seen an ad for GDA." And it's like, "What's GDA?" She's like, "Guide Dogs of America." And she goes, "I've signed you up to be a puppy raiser. But you could always just tell them no when they call if you don't want to do it." And then they send me a picture of Bingo at 8 weeks old, and it's like, yeah, how are you going to say no to a picture of the puppy? It's like, okay. So I'm into puppy raising, and Bingo's my first. And yeah, we'd walk 5 miles a day. That was part of the training I was taught. Bingo's a great dog, and I know she's going to give Tony a workout. But people would always ask, besides, you know, how do you give your dog up? They'd always ask me, it's like, does she ever get to be a puppy? Because they'd always see me out with her in her vest, and she has to obey her training and all that. And they're like, does she ever get to be a puppy? It's like, oh yeah, the minute she goes home, the vest comes off, the harness comes off, she's a wild little thing and gets to be a puppy and plays like all the rest. And she'd play with our other dog. When we first brought her home as a puppy, she was smaller than our little terrier we got from the shelter. It only took a month and she outgrew her. But our dog learned that she could get on the furniture, but Bingo couldn't. So they'd play, and Luna's 14, so when she got tired, she'd get up on the furniture, and Bingo couldn't. But they would play in the morning for about an hour, and then Bingo, me and would go to our walks and training, and then they'd play at night before they went to bed. I got to thank our area leaders, Brian and Nancy, Mary Brown, and Peggy back there. I was so nervous. Everybody thought that I was such a good puppy trainer. It was like, no, I'm home 24/7, so I have all the time to train. But it was all their training. The trainers, I didn't think positive reinforcement training would work, but I also found out how food motivated Bingo is. And Hannah was a great help. I'd email her all the time and with questions because I wasn't sure on anything. I was worried. But yeah, people would ask how you give her away, and we always told everybody, it's like, she's not our dog. She's a dog in training, going to be helping somebody else. And up till you get the letter, the email that says, oh, you get 1 month and now you got to turn her in. And that's when I was like, oh no, she's too young. She is not ready to go. It's too early. We got to wait a minute here. But yeah, we haven't got a second puppy yet because we've had, we moved, we bought a house, sold a house. My wife retired. Now she gets the more time puppy training. And, but as soon as we get everything settled, we're going to get our next puppy and try to hopefully have such success as we did with Bingo, but with all the trainers and instructions we received, that's how Bingo got to where she's at. And go GDA. Thanks.
Vivian is 71 years young and lives in Downey, California. She works as an independence guidance instructor and support group facilitator at the Vista Center for the Blind and Visually Impaired. She enjoys activities such as singing church solos, dancing, and one fun fact about her is she has had the privilege to sing in the White House. She is receiving her 8th guide dog and 2nd from GDA. Vivian is matched with male yellow Labrador, Sparty, raised by Rachel Hess.
Well, hello, everyone. You know, in listening to both the service dogs and the guide dogs, I realized that I'm a blend of both. I first want to say that, you know, they teach us how to, Sparty, sit. You're exploring, aren't you? Okay. They teach us how to, go to an intersection, they teach us how to, you know, to probe and position ourselves and to praise the dog. And this dog here has been wonderful. The reason I say it's kind of a blend of the service dogs and the TLC side of things is that I've had 6 back surgeries, and a lot of thought went into what dog would be very methodical, that would be, if I lost my balance, would just stand there, patiently wait. and also a dog that allowed me to take time to make sure that I had my balance before I went forward. That meant a lot to me. The other thing is GDA has meant so much. This is my second guide, and I had the privilege of having Jamie teach both classes. So that was an honor for me. And guide dog work is like a dance. They teach us footwork, arm gestures and hand gestures, and how to use our voice to praise our dogs, to be able to say, hop up in 3 different words, which in 3 different ways, which means 3 different activities for them to perform. And I think that's really awesome. But I want to thank the trainers, everyone from the very top of the organization down to the, I'll say, ground level in terms of poo-poo. And from a donor's perspective, you can see where every dollar goes. And I've been both an administrator, a rehab specialist and counselor, and now a student here for the second time. And I just want to thank you, GDA. And as a token of thanks, I'd like to donate $300. Thank you very much.
Representing the puppy raiser for Sparty is Rachel.
Good morning, or it's almost afternoon, I guess. Anyway, thank you so much for being here to celebrate with us today. I'm Rachel Hess, and I had the pleasure of raising Sparty. He's my first dog. I had the help of Julie Bernstein, another teacher that I work with. I wanted to thank my family, the Long Beach and Huntington Beach groups and area leaders, GDA, TLC staff and volunteers, and for all their love and support and encouragement. Also, I'd like to thank Ocean View School District for allowing us to raise dogs in classrooms. Sparty brought so much joy to my family and the middle school students that he spent time with, and I know he's going to continue to spread joy with Vivian, and they're going to be a great team. This is why we raise.
Congratulations, class 426. You've officially graduated from guide dog school.
All right, well, congratulations, class, for both our guide dog recipients and our service dog recipients. We're so happy that you now are a part of our GDA TLC family, and we are always just a phone call away. We're here to support you. We can't wait to hear about all of your adventures that you're about to embark on. So let's give one more big round of applause for class number 426. I also just want to thank all of the instructors. So we've got Sydney and Annalise for our guide dog instructors. And Nicole, Sonia, and Jess on our service dog side. They put in a lot of hard work. Thank you, guys. At this time, I'd like to dismiss the class, so if everybody else would please remain seated so we can get them over there. Their dogs are ready to get some water and relieve, so we're gonna let them exit out. I just have a few announcements. Today, one word that really comes to mind is community, right? And you've heard it said a couple of times today that it does take a village, and it really does take a village. With the selfless acts of all our puppy raisers are really what helps us fulfill our mission of transforming lives through partnerships with service dogs. And again, we could not do it without you. We've heard from the 12 recipients today and how these amazing dogs are really going to impact their lives. So I'm really excited to keep moving forward, and congratulations to them. Just a reminder, it is about 12:25. We will be holding an orientation, so please, if you just want to learn more about puppy raising and how you can get involved, even if you want to stick around and then share that information with a friend or family member, that's a great way to get involved. We're always looking for puppy raisers, so that will be taking place in here shortly after the graduation. We will be offering tours. I believe my tour guides are Diana Janke and Marty Kassman. They are standing in the back of the room. They will be headed over as soon as class exits out, and you can meet them over by the double glass doors to my left and your right, and you can get a nice tour of our facility. Our next graduation is going to be on May 4th. We hope that you join us. That will be another combo class of both guide and service dogs. And again, we want to thank you for joining us today. Everybody have a wonderful day.